Mr. Mukund Puranik. He is a senior consultant at Universal Engineering Consultants. He is also into licensing with foreign machine manufacturers and valuation of plant and machinery. He is BE, Tech and chartered engineer. He has over 3 decades of experience working with reputed companies like Empire Machine Tools as general manager, Godrej and Boyce, Excello Machine Tools, and Kirloskar Oil Engine, and uh, and dealt with machine manufacturers from Europe, USA, Korea, Japan, and China, government and public sector companies, etc. He has issued CE certifications also and published many articles. He has Udyog Aadhar certificate issued by Ministry of MSME. He attended International Valuation Standard and Council Conference at Indonesia and also delivered lecture on plant and machinery at Singapore Joint Conference. Mr. Mukund will deliberate upon needs to improve global sale of heavy machines and present status of its manufacturing. So delegates, let's welcome Mr. Mukund.
Normally, see, for this heavy machinery, my personal experience after dealing with various organizations like ordnance factories, HAL, BHLs, generally they require very big sort of machines, and there are hardly any Indian companies really supplying that. And once upon a time, HFD was there, but there are a lot of other machines. So most of the time, more than 60% machines they are basically importing. So I was always curious why these machines are being exported. I mean imported by the government actually. Basically, they have got a very huge parts, and for that machine, and again complex machining, there is practically hardly any company in India which can really supply that. For example, turbine casings of BHLs or hub and the turret of the HVF, that is for the required for the tanks. So those are basically very complex machinings and very heavy, and that material also very tough. So they are all using big BTLs and HLs mainly from Germany, Italy. All those machines generally they buy for this. Such a big machine we never use it actually. In fact, when I first time visited BHL Hyderabad, one of the Italian manufacturers who were our principals, they had given them a gantry type of milling machine, and that gantry was so huge that whole Toyota Corolla car could take the U-turn within the two guideways of the machines. The weight itself was more than 700-800 tons. So naturally the questions, all that setting, accuracy, everything becomes very complex for such big machines. And we are not really going to that extent at all. Secondly, there are very few parties who are actually using this, what do you call it, the hydrostatic guideways. Hydrostatic guideways is one of the very important thing for very big machines, mainly for the reason that it reduces the friction, and its lifetime and accuracy is for a long term it can be held, and it is just not possible to replace any guideways for such a huge and big machine for that. So hydrostatic guideways again a monopoly of some companies. Even in many European companies are not able to make hydrostatic guideways. There are only few European companies who are able to supply such a big machine with the hydrostatic guideways. Now when I actually visited few of the companies abroad, actually I came to know that their companies are not that big as what we see in India actually. They are in fact depending on a lot of vendor supply, but their vendor supply is so perfect that generally they directly go to assembly without first inspection for this. For example, I had visited WFL in Austria. They are making Milton centers, and that Milton center generally the landing gear of the aircraft has been generated. Now that is a practically a monopoly all over the world. Whether you go to China, Russia, America, they'll only use WFL machine to generate this landing gear. So no landing gear can be manufactured other than WFL machines from the Austria. So unless you really achieve that type of expertise, then only you are able to sell these things. Now another area that we must make, and we must actually look at the global supply. We cannot just concentrate on nearby machines, nearby districts, or only in Indian market. Most of these companies, they are basically, all the companies may be small, but they are supplying globally everywhere. Like once one of our colleagues happened to go because one machine was delayed somewhere in Czech Republic. They had 150 machines in the assembly lines, and he says why this is there. They very clearly said there is only one machine for India, rest machine all over world. So whether you want to buy, you buy, other forget it. We can cancel the order, no problem. We can pay that penalty whatever is there. So they have really that monopoly for this. One German company I know, they had given one machine to one of the government companies. It was delayed. They very clearly said, if you want, you can cancel out. They are dictating the terms. So your manufacturing should be so strong, and your this one should be so strong. For example, in India, how many companies are there who are actually manufacturing servo motors required for the CNC machines? How many companies are there who are actually really able to design and manufacture the hydrostatic guideways? How many companies are there which are actually designing and manufacturing the CNC systems? HMT had tried long back to C numeric, E numeric, but again that was not a very successful exercise because other manufacturers were not, interested in buying that E numeric actually. But just like today, Siemens and Fanuc, they are almost monopoly all over the world. Some part is been taken by Siemens, some part taken by this one. There are of course some other, Pagor and all that other people are also there. But basically we had to concentrate on all this first accessories manufacturing, like ball screw. How many companies are there in India who are manufacturing ball screws? Linear guideways, hydrostatic guideways. So unless we first of all, make ourselves very firm footing on these things, then building the machine may not be the things. Another area I have seen there in abroad, actually, most of the machines, for a very huge structure, you require a structural analysis of that machine. Now, every company did not have special team for structural analysis, but there are some parties, and they will just take the drawing and they will work out the structural analysis. Accordingly, they will suggest some design changes, add some column here, add some hole here, add some this here, add some ribs here, and all that thing. Accordingly, they will make the things. Here, unless the company has its own facility of structural changes, otherwise it just goes in general guesstimate. So that also we must actually, develop that capacity basically. So these are the basic areas. Unless we do that, we can not only supply to, you take care of all that. More than 60% market for import machines in Indians can grab within India also. But today we are not able to do that actually, and we can even export to outside also actually, out of India. So these are basically my observations. Otherwise, as far as the commissioning, all manufacturing and foundations and servicing, we are all experts. There is no actually second thought for that actually. We rarely need for this one actually. Nowadays, in fact, we are doing that, the Ethernet connection, we can even do programming remote and all that. Secondly, many companies abroad, generally they are very quality conscious. There are some companies I come across that generally they give that part manufacturing, you give us the, they will send the components and get it manufactured from them. But for manufacturing also, we do not ensure that pre-manufacturing accuracies are well maintained. Because even in big companies, I'm saying actually, what happens is suppose gear manufacturing is there and you have to send it outside for manufacturing, we must see that what is the pre-manufacturing accuracies are maintained or not. They don't have that general setup to, just go on doing rectification, then put the job on that. And even if they have, they will not do it because it's not a part of contract. So that is what, these are some of the very, irritating problems we have. So we must solve all these things actually. Definitely we can come across, we can come over all these things and definitely can make a heavy machine tools. Same is the case with the big boilers also, same is the case in packaging machines also. That we had developed some of the bullet packaging machines and all that actually. It was a mixture by transfer press and all that. Otherwise, the Waterbury's American machine was very powerful for that. So, all these areas we have to definitely go for automation, at the same time, heavy machine manufacturing. So, I think if you have any questions, definitely I can address for them. Thank you, sir.